Good morning. Welcome back after spring break. I hope you guys had a lot of family time. I know we did and enjoyed some outside weather. There is a couple things. This video is actually reaching out to all of my art classes, not just anyone specific. Like we always do when we come back from a break, I always like to reset expectations so that everybody's on the same page. And especially with our first 3 days of e-learning, there's a lot I learned about you guys and how you're turning everything in. So I kind of want to go over how your classroom is going to get a little bit better reorganized and going over some of the important aspects of how you actually need to do your work. So we have 3 things that I want to talk about really quickly. First and foremost, when I assign an e-learning lesson, you all are actually working up to building and finishing a completed project. So if you miss a day and you don't turn in or you don't do the work for any given day, you're actually missing an entire step in the process of finishing your work. So it's very important that you guys stick with me and make sure that you're doing your work every day. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, when you guys are doing your work, it's important to actually follow the steps that I'm giving you. Working ahead a little bit is okay. I know that I like to post finished product just so that you guys can see what you're working towards. But just make sure that you're sticking with me on the steps and following the directions, because there are certain things that I'm going to be grading. And if you guys miss an entire step, then clearly you're missing an entire requirement, which means you're going to be missing points. Right now, every time you turn something in just for one specific e-learning day, I'm giving you 10 points for participation. Turn it in. Did you do everything I asked you to do? Fine. Here's your points. However, at the end of the project, that's when you guys are going to get a full grade, whether it's 75 points, 100 points. That's why it's important to make sure that you guys are sticking with me on your steps. The second thing I want to talk about is kind of reorganizing classroom a little bit. So let me move my face over. Oop. Okay. And so right now I'm on second grade or 6th grade rotation. So right now, the way your classroom looks is you have your e-learning. I've titled it with the project that you're doing in your class. And then underneath, I have day 1, day 2, day 3, and I've put the dates on it. I'm realizing now that that's actually going to create a really long list underneath one topic. So now that we're coming back to e-learning, what I'm going to do is create a new topic, and that new topic every day will be the day that you're supposed to be working on with your materials listed. What I need you to understand is that currently the way this is set up is that when you click on it, I already have, and I'll keep continuing to do this. There's directions here. Look, do this, do this, do this. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Some of you are not reading every single step. You're missing something, which means you're missing turning in assignments. Right now, this was last Wednesday. All of this was due Friday, and I only have 50% of the kids turning in the work. That is not good, you guys. You guys will be getting zeros because you're not turning stuff in, and then you're also absent for the day. If you are absent because you're not turning in the work, that means that the percentage of the kids that are not in session during e-learning, it's potential that we could make this day up because you're not turning your work in. If you're doing it, fine, get it turned in. It is so important, okay? So for me to have 50% of the kids turning in their work that was due Wednesday, that is not good. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I wanted to show you something a little bit about organizing. So this is going to be the next thing I want to talk about, is that if you go up here and you click on these 3 little bars, you can actually click this to-do list. And when you click that to-do list, all my classes are going to pull up, but you guys will see your class list here, okay? And if you're looking here, look, I've got out of clay polymer, I've got 1 turned in, 4 assigned, 5 graded. Like, it tells me exactly what I've got going on. So you should be able to click here to figure out what you're missing and what you're not missing, okay? The other thing you can do is go to your calendar. There's nothing this week because it's spring break, but I already gave you an assignment. So look at all these assignments that are due for Monday, okay? Yours hopefully is full too. You'll have assignments for Wednesday. You'll have assignments for Friday. So this will all get filled in. So that calendar might be a little bit easier for you guys to actually organize yourself, okay? All right, when we're talking about organizing, let me go back to my 6th grade. There's one other thing I want you guys to end up doing. And with that, some of that, my high school kids have already recognized this. And so this is what I want to start doing. When you click on your assignment, you can actually click View Assignment, go to Instructions, and right there, look, you can actually add a class comment. You guys have this availability. What I would like for you to do, instead of emailing me questions, I would actually like you to post your question right with the lesson that you have a question about for 2 reasons. One, when you do that, I get an automatic notification on my phone. I can get back to you a lot quicker. Second of all, when you're posting that question, it is just like in class, like we're talking back and forth. And that's the whole point. I really am trying really hard to make sure that this e-learning experience is as similar as I can get it in the classroom. So post your question here. And if a student has an answer to it, then answer each other, talk to each other. And that's going to be a great way to do some interacting. That way, also, if you have the same question as somebody else, guess what? I've already answered it. Instead of answering it 5 times in my email, we answer it once, it's documented, and everybody can kind of go back and look at that. So that's very important. The other way you could do that is, I believe you can click on it. Whoops. If you're in the stream, you might be able to, yeah, see, if you're in the stream, you can actually click class comment also on that particular assignment. Okay, so really quick, number 1, you need to make sure that you are following along and not missing any steps toward the end product of the assignment. You guys are all building an assignment. Make sure that you are sticking with your days, that you're going step by step by step to finish an end product. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, please make sure that when you guys are on your work, that when you guys are working, make sure that you guys are following all of your steps and make sure that you are turning everything in, okay? Today is Monday, so I would really highly suggest do all your work and turn it in, okay? What happens is that when you guys wait and wait and wait, oh, it's not due until Wednesday, 9 a.m. Well, the problem is I've got all afternoon on Tuesday to actually grade and give you comments. And when you don't turn it in right away and you wait until actually technically it's late, you wait till Wednesday afternoon to turn it in, you're not getting any of the comments, which means I can't help you because I can't see where you're at and I can't see what you're doing. And that's very, very important to me. So, excuse me. So make sure that it's Monday, do your work, just get it turned in that day. Keep yourself in schedule. That way I can comment and hand it back to you, and then you're going to be ready for Wednesday's work. Okay. Third thing, make sure that you're commenting questions on Classroom. Okay. Comment questions on Classroom right underneath the assignment. That way everything's super, super organized. Keep checking Skyward. Skyward is going to show whether you've actually got the assignment turned in or not, because I'm going to start putting zeros in. Okay. You don't have the assignment turned in, it's a 0. All right. And remember, that's 10 points participation, and those add up pretty quickly. Okay. I know this video is really long, but it's all very, very important for all the expectations that I am expecting to happen for our duration of our e-learning. Okay. Implementing some FaceTime, hopefully, so you guys can see me and see each other. So look forward to all of those things, but I just need to keep you guys organized, make sure that you're staying on top of it and that you're turning in everything in process, in order, in the way that I assign it. Okay. All right. Now you are going to move on to the next part of your lesson, whatever that may be, and that will be more specific to your class, okay? I will see you guys soon.